There are pegs in there that say, like, J Rainbow 1 and shit like that. That's about the only clue I have. The remaining connectors are all, like, 1 and 2 pin plugs with no apparent label for precisely what they are. So... everything else pretty straightforward, though. Even to a point where, like, the 7-pin USB connector actually has just USB stamped on it in big white letters. Like, most of it is pretty much impossible to do wrong. Anyway, Skyrim time. Yeah, it turns out the USB I was plugging in was actually pointing to, like, a little RGB hub thing that's kind of already hooked up in there, and then the other plug is a USB 3 for the front ports and whatever. I'm hoping, hey, it's my bro, my boy, Parthenax, still doing his show-offy dragon stunts. Still got some, like, maybe on, like, the left side of your face there a little bit, you got a little bit, no, it's fine. Anyway, we fought Alduin last time. We were up here at the very peak of Scrim. We stood in the time butthole, and then we fought Alduin. We had to like quick travel to somewhere else and then come back because Alduin was invincible, but we fixed it. And, what were we doing now? I kind of forget. You remind me, man? Please?
Greetings.
Oh, that's right. We want to interrogate one of Alduin's, like, lieutenants or sub-dragons. So we plan to use Dragon's Reach, which is to say the Jarl's Palace of Whiterun, which is called Dragon's Reach because it was at one time used to hold a dragon prisoner. So we're gonna call in a favor with our boy Jarlgroof and see if he likes us.
Yes. This was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zeor. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name.
Dovazul is a cool language.
I don't know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkossayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Alright.
Sum Ark Mora.
Anyway, yeah, also Alduin was just plain tough. Even without immortality bugs, I mean... it's hard. Plays like its own Weedy! 40! How's it going, Edmund? That's what I thought. Anyhoozle, hey, let's fast travel and see if there are any cool bows in stock. Yeah, Charles did a good job on Parthenax. I feel like he could have done a little bit more with inflecting, like, Parthenax keeps kind of lapsing into Dovazul speech. He keeps saying, like, yeah, Dovazul words and then correcting himself and repeating them in English. I feel like he could have done a little bit more to make that sound natural, but yeah, still, his voice sounds great. So, he's a great Parthenax. I'm just splitting hairs. Yeah, anyway, we're just gonna load the Solstheim there, then. Just because we gotta see if there are any fancy bows or, you know, maybe good helmets in stock. Come on now. Oh, I know, computer. Your timer is soon, I promise.
If you're looking for talk to Captain Gallo.
Yeah, there we go. I do hope Steam Cloud has me covered here and carries all my saves over for things like this. Oh, for crap's sake. Why do you guys not have a dragon? Is that what this is? I don't hear a dragon. No, there must be some other... What are you guys on about?
You dare fight a Dunmer?
Alright, I'll just follow you. See what's going on. I think it's just some ash spawn. Yeah. Hey guys, look out. Ash spawn's gonna get you. Feels like it's been a long time since I last played Skyrim. Kinda has. I missed a week, so... There we go. I got him. I still got it.
You can go, but I'd say stay inside the bulwark if I were you.
No. I ain't gonna. Can't tell me what to do. I'm the goddamn Dragonborn. Destroy Ash. Let me know if my voice sounds too poopy. I mentioned a little bit ago that I'm playing with the AC on today. It doesn't seem to be a big problem, but with the different level of ambient noise in the room, I might sound a little different. What time is it? Oh, for crap's sake. And then the Dragonborn stood the fuck still for 12 hours. AC is audible, but you sound about the same, says TechBane. Alright. I'll review for myself after the stream. I always do a little bit of quality check, so if I deem it to be too gross,
Pickaxe yet?
I'll turn it off, but I don't want to end up too armpitty in here.
It's pretty much anything to see.
Alright, Black Sting. What are you? Completely forgot where I picked that up. Oh, fuck that guy. Please don't be that guy. If you are that guy, die. Just saying. I have a whole bunch of crap to sell. Sell that. Then he says a lot of someone else's playthrough of Oblivion was waiting in the Mages Guild. So, staying in one place for a long period of time is part of the Elder Scrolls canon, I guess. Nico says, I learned from Vinny, you can just buy your own ball pit on Amazon. Alright. I'm not sure what to do with that information. Why do I have Dragonbane on me? Isn't this just the, like the... No, I must have picked that up from, like, the Wall of Alduin. Get rid of that. Keep that. Croesus. Alright then, what do you got for me? Which, like, I already know. Oh, wow, look at you. Elven Great Bloodblade. That's pretty, I like that. How am I doing on arrows? I'm pretty good on arrows. I'm using glass arrows, okay. I'll buy your glass arrows. Maybe not your glass bow. Did I already? Yeah, I think I already pointed out last time that I installed a mod to make the glass bow look more interesting. It just adds like these glassy fins along the edge of it to match up with the style of other glass bows, because otherwise it's just this beige, it's just a beige shape. Like the glass bow in default looks awful. You still don't have any good bows for me, huh? Yeah. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. cat stream. I have like a little bottle of catnip bubbles that I had to move off the table so Daisy wouldn't go sniffing after it and getting up on stuff. Alright, start from the top. Daisy. She's on the lap again. Okay, good. Cat stream. Stream about cats. Still nothing, huh? I mean, you're really just... Get down. Daisy's all full of piss and vinegar today. She keeps wanting to mess with stuff.
You tell Precious that
Shut up, dude.
gags.
Just stop. Just don't even say words. Nobody likes you. Sheesh. Cat. No, I'm busy.
If you're looking for passage,
Yeah, don't give me
talk
that.
to Captain Gowland.
No, I'm not gonna stop the stream so I can play with you. Yeah, well, what about it? Huh?
Captain Gowland does the business.
What, are you paying the rent?
I'm just a ship's mate.
Cat stream. Should we go back to Alduin's Wall and talk to the hosers about the plan? I forget if we did that already. No, I don't think we did. I guess either way it'll be a kind of important plot point. Skyhaven Temple, was that it? I think that was it. Eco says, I like how all my friends who stream have that one cat that interrupts them. Yeah, Daisy seems to think I owe her a lot right now. Edmund is so noisy. Look, give me that look.
What's happened? Did you find a way to learn the dragon?
Why are you just standing in front? I used Dragon Rend on Alduin, but he got away, I guess.
Esbern should be able to help. He spent his whole life poring over.
I see you've
every
upgraded
old
your
legend
armor. That's great.
about dragons and that prophecy. He's been digging around the records the Blades left here too. But we can talk about that later. Where's Esbont? Well, that was a good one. I'm just about done dealing with these guys, and you'll probably see why. Or maybe that's after I do some other stuff. Wake up, numbnuts.
Did you find the Elder Scroll? What happened when you took it back to the throat of the world?
Alduin getaway.
He must have returned to Sovngarde to feed on the souls of the dead. If you don't find him soon, he'll return stronger than ever.
I have a plan. I'm going to trap a dragon in the dragon reach there.
The Jarl's palace in Whiterun? Ah, yes. The old story about King Olaf.
You should maybe, like, swallow that or something before you start talking.
Persuade the Jarl to allow you to use his palace as a dragon trap. I'm sure you'll manage, though. If you can defeat the World Eater, surely sweet-talking the Jarl of Whiterun isn't beyond you.
Yeah, the Jarl likes me.
There's a further problem, a serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
What have you discovered?
He's a dragon. Not just any dragon, but the right hand of Alduin, responsible for many atrocities during the ancient Dragon War. The Blades have been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
Well, fuck you.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye, indeed. You just got away with it this time. I oughta. That's gotta be right around where the ass is. How you feeling there, Esmond? You alright?
You shouldn't be here unless you've decided to bring Parthenax to justice.
Yeah, fuck off. So, the Blades can go to hell, and we're now done dealing with them. Because they won't say anything else to me until I've killed Parthenax, and I will not do that. I have, however, destroyed ass. Whoop, 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 whoop. She's like, who destroyed my ass? The ass crime was done. I killed those asses for Parthenax. Alright then, I'm on my own from then. I'm now on. Really fuck the Blades. Like, as soon as they learn that you're the Dragonborn, pretty much all they want to do is wield you as their instrument. And screw that. The Blades can go to hell. And when they get to hell, they're gonna have to explain how they lost their asses. Alright then, what else are we doing? No, I'm not doing it. Talk to Jarl. Are there any fun side quests I can do? I'm a little bit curious about that floating orb that we found under Sarthal, but I don't know. Kind of not that curious. Ah, that might be fun to come back around to. Kill Nimhi inside New Shrine Zel. Who in the hell? I don't know what any of this crap is. So much side quest nonsense. We'll have to do that one eventually, probably. Kill numbnuts inside McDonald's. That amused me way more than it should have. Whatever. Maybe I will find... No. I don't really care. Let's go back to Nord Racist City and see about this serial killer thing going on. I beg your pardon? That's what this place is officially called, Nord Racist City. Kind of perturbs me a little bit. I know it doesn't really matter, but I think it's weird that, like, all the ports on this motherboard, there's no, like, back plate to them. So, like, that square bracket where all the ports and stuff fit in, like, there's just kind of open air to the inside of the case. I'm used to there just being, you know, a metal plate there. I really have no idea if the processorless BIOS flash function that it has worked. I gave it a shot. I saw the blinky red light, but only for a little bit. So... may have worked, but I'm not really confident about it. I might need, like, a smaller thumb drive, if they even make those anymore.
Let me know if you want anything. I don't know what to do. I think I've got a clean mug around here.
What is... all the appearing cats? Did you see the... Came inside and then poof, and then there was cat, and then there was cat, and then there was cat. And I am. One of them is me!
With a voice-wielding power.
You don't have a broom. There's no broom. Give me a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Of all Skyrim's foes.
I may have been a cat the whole time.
The world needs tales of heroism.
For the darkness has passed.
Thomas says, I'm seeing double. 2d6 cats.
Let me know if
It's like it says Dev Cat 1. It's too late, the cat is already you. Yes. Yes.
How can I assist?
Yes.
Those
All is
dark
now
elf
cat.
entities will take over this city if we aren't careful.
I don't want to bop you in the face like Serrana, but then the whole town would, like, Terminator focus on. You can leave now. Like, this is kind of my room right now. Alright, you can stay, but it's gonna get weird.
If you're looking for a challenge,
Oh, you're still here.
right place.
Hold that thought.
This one's a favorite of mine.
Morty.
Legend.
So the thing about what I was talking about with my motherboard a minute ago there was that the processor I got, the Ryzen
Another quiet day.
double plus laser infinity Alcatraz X P40 9 zillion is not compatible with a motherboard until it's had a BIOS update.
Everyone says Yorland
Where traditionally you can't update the BIOS unless it has a processor.
blades, helmets.
But the make of motherboard that I has a feature, whatever they call it. I don't really remember off the top of my head what it's called, but basically, yeah, you can flash the BIOS just from a USB with no need for a processor installed or anything. But, you know, considering the whole thing is completely divorced from any monitor or any other way to really tell what it's doing aside from a blinking light. Good luck actually knowing if it worked or not. So, we'll have to see. And again, I suspect if it did not work, I might need a different USB. I can't get over how cool looking this armor is, and damn it, it's light armor. Usually I am more of a light armor guy, but no, I had to go for the cat fist. Your Vasker. Nords suck, but their words are funny. Look at us all going like... Why do you keep giving me plate helmets without eminent alchemy? It's like so close to what I need, and yet no. You're doing that on purpose. I remember looking up, I didn't look it up, I just saw, incidentally, I think on Reddit somebody posted that, like, there's, like, ancient Nordic lettering across this plate helmet. I don't remember what it said. TechMan says, for what it's worth, multiple reviews on my motherboard claim the same thing about my processor. Mine apparently had a more up-to-date BIOS than the reviewers. No updates were required, and worked with the CPU out of box. Alright, well, I can hope for that then. I mean, yeah, it's true that, I mean, at this point, the processor can't be that new. So, I guess we'll just have to see. I was directed to, like, a particular page that had, like, beta BIOSes for older motherboards. To make them compatible with... Oh, whoa! With the newer CPUs, but mine wasn't listed in there, so maybe it'll be good. We'll have to see.
Got to go.
What? Did you just... Did you give me... Did I do this one? Dead Men's Respite. Oh. Zeor, I am aware of your recent assault on Cade. Rest assured I have no interest in that particular matter. I do, however, have an interest in your willingness to employ force when the need arises. If you are able to assist me, I will gladly pay you for your troubles. Next time you are visiting Solitude, please call on me. Sincerely. Signed, Sincerely. Who is this Sincerely? What's this assault on Cade? I don't remember that. Look, I haven't existed in any real capacity in 2 weeks. I'm confused.
Is Ulfric's armor done yet?
No, I want to take my time with it.
No, hurry up!
Maybe just the cuirass?
Cuirass?
It's more delicate work than you're used to.
I'm not in the business of curing ass.
Piece just last month. I lost my twin sister a while back.
I don't haggle.
Have you ever lost anyone?
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Damn it, even the boots look cool. I actually ordered a commission for my upcoming Dungeons & Dragons character. And, considering he's being ripped off from like an MMO character that I liked, I had a very specific visual reference, so I'd expect that to turn out pretty well. I got like the rough sketch of at least like the pose it will be in, and I've proffered payment and all that, so I kind of really look forward to seeing that. It's a little exciting for me. I haven't commissioned art like that before. So, how's the Dark Elf thing going for you?
It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum.
That answer was very boring, and I'm sorry I asked.
To help us. A discount is the least I can do.
I'm not looking for special treatment, Doc.
Meat store.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives.
For all I know, he's already forgotten the conversation.
You people all talk way too much. I'm gonna go see what's going on with this murderer.
Oh, I see.
All the gawkers, I'm sure, are still there. Yes. Everybody's just been standing here for like 3 months.
Everything all right?
On the off chance that the Dragonborn might come around again to ask some questions.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Spare a coin for
Calixto, your name is kind of neat.
Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
Alright.
another one. Terrible.
Speaking of terrible. So, what's going on?
I heard a scream and came running, but she was already like this when I got here.
Okay. So, there was a dude running, and there's a dead lady.
Supper is all I ask. This is a shame.
You're old.
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Gross.
The Dunmer get their drinks at the new Nissa's Corner Club. Why they can't just call it a tavern is beyond me.
So, I talked to some people.
Just like always. Nobody saw anything useful.
Yeah, pretty much.
Escaped again.
So, you like contracting help on this?
Look, friend. If you think you can do better than the Legion of Gods, be my guest. You'll need to talk to the steward, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be on official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
Fair enough. Oh man, that means I have to go into Ulfric's house. It's gonna be Nordy in there. Actually, read this? Look at that. Harold. Who reigned from some years. 13th in the line of founded the great kingdom of... Stupid. I still don't have the second word of whirlwind sprint, do I?
Yes, Dovahkiin. How can I help you?
Look at this guy, he's so polite. That's a good guard. Should give that guy a raise. I thought that said Isgrimor, but I couldn't quite tell.
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun. If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't it?
Okay, it kind of makes sense for them to relocate here.
Start this war in earnest then.
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our army.
Yes, of our armies, yes.
We're ready.
Things hinge on Whiterun.
Yes, Whiterun.
Take the bloodshed all the better, but if not...
The people are behind you.
Yes, the people.
Here still need convincing.
Yes, convincing, yes.
Let them die with their false kings.
False kings, yes.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
Don't even think their sons and daughters follow your banner. We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why you fight? If not for me, what then?
Yes. I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
Need something? I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words
I mean,
voice to what we all feel.
Can't take this from him. That wasn't a bad speech. I just figured out how to get by Edmund.
The day when soldiers like us
spent my life serving. I don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says.
Were such a day to dawn.
Don't get me wrong, Ulfric sucks.
But in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
How's it going, man? Remember that time we were like your head was on the block, and then there was a dragon?
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Destined for the chop.
I like your little bear booties. Oh, nope, I'm not saying that.
Watch over you.
What could it mean? The Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor and such power?
How's it going, your leaf?
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn.
You're not the Dragonborn. So about these murders.
These are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
Hooray! If I get the cheese, I'll be, like, killed.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell?
But,
they've got curved swords.
I mean...
Curved swords.
Holy snapping assholes, curved swords? What the fuck?
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote...
Only the true High King of Skyrim
busy man.
may wear the crown of curd. Come on. Let me see. You're failing the test here, Ulfric.
I thought you were better than this.
Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man.
Obviously. The big cheese, exactly. Are you the true cheese of Skyrim?
I'm a busy man.
By the gods, it's true. Oh. Nope, Ulfric sucks.
They say the cult has been snooping around Sarthal.
Whenever anybody asks me where I stand on the Empire versus the Stormcloaks, my answer will be, Ulfric failed the cheese test. You need to put the Emperor in front of me, then we'll know for sure. Shit! Ah!
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time. Staying safe, I hope?
So I guess I'm working with you on this investigation.
Alright then. I noticed a trail of blood leading away from here.
What?
Helgud's taken the body into the Hall of the Dead to prepare for burial. She's a little crazy, but if she knows anything, it's dead bodies.
Okay. Yes. Alright, now. I'm not like a medical professional per se. But, in my experience as an adventurer and professional dragonborn, I have learned that blood usually belongs inside you. It works best there. See, somebody left all of their blood here. Probably just kind of absentmindedly, you know, left it all there. It happens. And now they're somewhere without their blood, and they're probably, you know, yeah, sad or something. Whoop! That's the wrong thing.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
You were just like a real-life racist. I'm just standing around there, and you gotta, like, be like, Mrr. Enemies. So, wait, hang on. You guys are shitty detectives.
You should unload some of that unwanted gear.
Yeah, I'll unload my foot up your ass. Wait, yep. Get access to... The canned laughter really does add so much. I need to come up with, like, catchphrases to say during this. Something like, yabba dabba do! Someone says, pretty sure if you do this, the quest doesn't update. It seems to be. Dynamic fish shadow technology. I feel like I've done it this way before. Beware the butcher! Stealing your drugs. So they kind of just left a box full of evidence about themselves hanging around. The killer who haunts the streets of Windhelm. These calamitous times bring out the worst in people. Don't become the next victim. Plans are coming together swimmingly. I found good sources of bone, flesh, and blood, and thus far a good sampling of sinew and marrow have escaped me. No matter. The city is swollen with contemptuous fools who will be missed by nobody. Last night was almost able to corner Susanna as she left Candlehearth. Idiot guard showed up at just the wrong moment and I had to turn about just out for a stroll, so forth. There will be other chances, but the time is drawing near. I think back to my time in Winterhold, all the wasted minds and the only magic I already know, discovering this cantrip shenanigans. Flesh magic is older than us, perhaps older than the world itself. I'm tugging at the corners of the fabric of the universe. The bunches and folds is where I will create my gross. I think you can even kind of just... Yeah, I guess I remembered this pretty well. "17 tendons and assorted ligaments, 173 fragments of bone for assemblage. Approximately 6 bucketfuls of blood. Nord preferred." Jesus. 12 yards of flesh. Translation from Aldmer text as interpreted by the Aliads, first by Altmer provenance. Alright then. Fun stuff. Oop. I'm gonna steal all of Edmund's stuff. Ah, damn it. He's wise to me. Never actually tried that. Ah. Found a thingy. That right there is one of the handiest features of Sky UI, by the way. Sort by item type. Pardon. This amulet is strange! Looks a little underwhelming from the back. Like, it looks all fancy from the front, and then you turn around, it's like, ah, Walmart. I think I sussed the clues. Catfist. There's 1 gold. Take it. What was that? Fur collar loose. No, that's... Don't really need a fur collar with this armor. Comes with one. Alright then. Oh yeah, Rainbow and Eco. I was thinking about streaming some of your games possibly tomorrow. Wednesday seems to be my wild card game day stream thing. I don't really have anything hard lined up for it, and I was thinking about trying to give you guys games some time on here. So I was wondering if you guys had any particular ones that you wanted to recommend to me, or I don't know how long any of them take, or I don't know, maybe something we can talk about. It's just something I suddenly remembered that I was thinking of. Right, am I going to the Jarl?
Fear not. Some dragon or giant.
Yeah, Soup was recommended that to me, you know, he was asking, it's like, have you considered streaming some of their games? I'm like, I'm up for it if they are. Yeah, we're going to talk to the Zeor. I think Hour of the Wolf is the most complete game we have, says like, Eco, alright. I think Soup said he wants me to look at streaming them because he's not very good at them and he wants to see what it would be like if somebody else tried.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to hire.
Wow, that's incredible. Hey, I found some stuff.
What does the Dragonborn do once he's... I've never seen anything like it. I would take this to Calixto at the House of Curiosities. He has a good eye for strange trinkets.
Castlevania 2, like. Alright, I'm on board. Yeah, I might take a look at that tomorrow. Okay. I could ask if you know anything about the Butcher, but I probably already know more than you do at this point. I'm going to anyway.
I've been talking to Viola Giordano. She posts those all over the city, and someone keeps taking them down. Ask her about it if you want an earful.
Nah, I'm good. See you later, man.
Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other.
They're just having that conversation again.
Replace them with will need the support.
There's
We're ready.
They tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
Things hinge on White.
Righto. Alright, so let's go to the House of Curiosities.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm
Oh
supposed to
no,
deliver.
did somebody see me doing Dragonborns?
Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Alright. Did I already do that one? It would say in my side quest, find a word of power, right? Northwind Summit. Or... That one was actually kind of dangerous. No, not too bad.
After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety.
Whoa, I just realized I don't want to talk to you.
Careful. That murderer could be anywhere, and anyone.
Alright, yeah, whatever works. I think some build other than an in-browser build would be my preferred way to go. Just, I don't know, that's just the way I think, but, Sadri's usual... No, wasn't one of... I don't remember where the House of Curiosities was. I think it was up, like, around the corner. Some sweats. I think it's one of these. Will you be my father?
I'd be a lot warmer, happier with a belly full of meat.
You gotta be pretty desperate if you look at this and ask him to be your dad. It's like, can you stop whatever you're doing, extremely armored Khajiit? Just be my parent? Whoop, okay, nope, we don't want to pick the lump. What time is it? Alright, this guy opens at night. Righto. Cat stream. Well, it took the time to, like, splay all the way out on that one. The door moved. Did you do that? Let me in! Let me in! Place is stupid. But does it actually open at midnight?
Can't blame me for winching those lady mud crabs. They can't get enough of a true mounted gentlefish. I'll bear it to ya, you dauber.
There's no way any of those were words. Edmund, you crazy ass. Wonder if I can, like... No. Wonder if maybe this dump was a seat. Yeah, the crusty quality of those recordings does kind of add something to it, doesn't it? You open now? How about 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 this place? More like Calixto's butt caverns. What's going on?
My heart goes out to Clan Shield. Kin murdered, family warhammer stolen. There's no fairness in all that.
Word gets around, I guess. No, wait, wasn't that the... I thought he was talking about the thing in Whiterun. Rumble. Okay. Am I wrong? What am I doing? Does it really want me to talk to that crazy lady?
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimbar, always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child.
3:30 in the morning.
That house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
All the Argonians at the docks are nice to me. Good thing, too, or father would run them off.
Alright. Fine, I guess I'll just look at one of these other waypoints, because I guess Calixto won't be open for business anytime soon for some frickin' reason. Did you... okay, no, there you are. Oh, there you are. You're just outside, I guess.
If you've got some time, stop by my house of curiosity.
I tried. You were here for some reason. Do you know anything about this emblem?
Let me see. Ah, yes. This is the wheelstone. It's an heirloom symbol of the power of Windhelm. Traditionally, it's carried by the court mage. I would be interested in acquiring it, if you're willing to part with it, that is. For a piece like that, I could pay 500 gold.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really want it. Shouldn't the court mage have it?
Unferth? Bah. It's purely ceremonial, and he has no use for it. Besides, I wouldn't want to be the one to give it to him. Gives me the creeps. They say he dabbles in necromancy.
Hold on, what? I better keep it for right now.
Suit yourself. It's only of value to collectors, though. Good luck finding anyone else who will appraise it that highly. A most pleasant chat. Until the next.
This about a court mage who's into necromancy stuff? Yeah, yeah. What other waypoints are going on here? Oh, that's where Viola went. And I think the other one is still just... Why don't we go talk to this court mage? See if there's anything interesting or noteworthy about him.
I'd be out there fighting the Imperials right now if it wasn't for my war wound.
Gross. I thought that was a glass axe for a second. I was like, where do you get off?
Ulrich won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so.
All those guys do talk about other Nords. Oh, this is pointing at your leaf. Hmm. Yeah, I remember being here before.
I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's been summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thum be taught, like any skill?
Well, how completely natural and not at all suspicious. Woon Yerf, the unliving. Sure. Cool guy. Just hanging around in here with a human skull on his enchanting table. And, you know, miscellaneous skulls. And toes. What am I doing with my life? Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true.
What do you do out there?
Whatever I don't already know. Power's the crux of this world. There's always more of it to be had, if you look in the right places.
Alright. Does Ulfric have much need for magic, question mark?
No, but then I don't have much need for Ulfric. We both leave well enough alone.
Alright. Guess it's too early to confront this guy.
Steel are well and good, but magic is the true
City's
power
quiet
in
enough
this
now.
Yeah, yeah.
When the sun goes
No, for crap's sake.
Mind your
Thank you. That guy can just kind of shoulder out of the way. Rainbow says, strong, big talk from a dude sleeping with his toe collection. Did the guy come back out? I guess. Yes.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
What could it mean?
You think I need to send
I'm gonna sue.
Shoving a sword through his
This place is unsafe.
Taking his city and people
At you.
would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
Another quiet day.
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then.
Alright.
I've never seen it. Might even give you a bit of gold for it.
Dead King Torig.
I need to ask you to stop.
Dangerous out there.
That shouting.
What?
People nervous.
I'm not shouting, all dragons talk like this!
Whatever you say.
You're that one from the college.
That's the best answer I've ever seen. I've never seen that before.
If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better.
Watch the skies, traveler.
People are
Yeah, watch for foot
Many, I fear, still need God.
ass. I have never seen that before. Wild. don't know. I guess Zeor is just the perfect adventurer. This guy gets it. I legit don't know where that came from. Like I said, I've never seen it before. I did not whatsoever expect it.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be after what happened. I'm worried about my own
Talk to me about
safety.
this butcher, I guess.
I've been following him for months now. Well, not actually following. Trying to find him. The guards won't help. The people won't help. I'm the only one who thinks he can be caught.
Okay. I found this journal.
Huh? What's it say?
Sounds like a whole bunch of... Yeah, it's like a dude soup recipe. It sounds pretty gnarly.
Woundfirth. There have been rumors swirling about him for years. As long as I can remember. But he's a dangerous man. That's why they call him the Unliving. I wouldn't approach him directly. This information needs to go straight to the steward.
Ah, the steward.
They'll listen to you.
Yes, about the... Your life will help me.
Everything's... My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard duty.
Ulrich won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire...
Still a couple of things on this table.
On the White Run.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgroth a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest.
Who cut the cheese?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Dead King Torig.
Torig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthor. Mages in a burial crypt? No good can come of that.
Things hinge.
I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's been summoned by the Greybeards?
I'm pretty sure it's the Woundfirth the Unliving.
That's quite an accusation. I assume you have proof?
Then let them die with...
We found his amulet and he's doing necromancies.
Woundfirth has been a trusted friend to Ulfric for many years. It pains me to see that the Whispers had truth to them. Woundfirth shall be apprehended. I thank you for your diligence in getting to the bottom of this matter. The streets of Windhelm are now safe.
How many of them?
I did it.
Follow your banner. We are their families.
Well
Heard
put.
there were wolves on the road up
Tell me, Galma, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not?
Uh-oh, we're all tweeting
Does the Dragonborn
in this direction.
summoned by the Greybeards?
Except for those guys who are leaving.
Let the one be taught.
Fight for their wives and children whose names I
That's not usually how you hold a spear, but okay.
I fight for we few who did.
What is it?
Still, every time I see Edmund on the approach, I'm like, what the f—
Quiet day.
Oh. It wasn't Woundfirth? Are you sure? I've been doing it wrong the whole time then. Whoops. Alright, hang on. I have a leg problem. Sama agrees, very sure it wasn't Woundfirth. I guess I'm a bad investigator. They probably shouldn't have hired me. I mean, fucking look at me. Do I look like a detective? Hey, Woundfirth. He's busy. Either way, you should stop doing all that necromancy shit. I mean... Allegedly very busy being arrested. Yeah, I actually didn't know that, and yet I think on some level always suspected it. It's too late now. You're going to tow jail. And Earl. I mean, supposedly.
Arabians have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
Alright, this is stupid. I'm getting out of here. Did they go to bed first, or...? It's like, alright. The killer will be apprehended, eventually. You guys, he's in the other room.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Don't say it.
And I took an
Do not say... Wrong key. I kind of totally forgot about my journal, actually. You're fired. Alright, I'm just gonna assume that everything here wraps up really nicely. And everything goes very well. That the correct killer has been apprehended. And that my job here in Racistville is done. Goodbye.
Need something?
No. Perhaps a waiting... Yeah, I should give that a shot. Why not? It's possible they actually can't approach him while he's asleep. I sit. Oh, he's awake now.
Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
Sure.
What is the meaning of this?
You're under arrest for the murder of Susanna of Candlehearth Hall, and Frigga Shattershield, and all the rest. We are wise to your scheming, you coward.
Has the whole city lost their brains? I've been scrying.
Wait a minute, you're Jim Cummings.
The murderer myself.
What are you doing here?
Make your excuses from the Bloodworks, wizard. Get him out of my sight.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir, but you'll have to come with me.
This isn't over.
I think it's over. Alright. Bad end. Do the shoddy detective work.
There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest.
Alright. Mount Anthor, you say? Okay, I've done that one. Just making sure. That's how security works here in Nord Armpitville.
Beyond the Dragonborn.
The guard won't do anything about the murders, and then they hire some other guy to deal with the murders, and then the murder gets solved wrong.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Wonder if that guy will buy that amulet now.
Horses. All day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
Honestly, I fell asleep as soon as you said horses. It's funny because the cat falls down.
Yes?
Yeah.
The best way for us to win the Nord's respect is through hard work.
You know, I actually don't think I care that much about finding Calixto.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can. I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
Curse.
Let me know if you see anything you like. All my trinkets.
Alright, shut up. I have some stuff to sell, I think. You know, I didn't really get much for that quest either. Probably because everybody was too broken to, like, give me anything. Gross. I guess I don't really have much to sell. It's nice armor. Yep. Everything going on here is dumb. Yep. Yep. Can have that crap. Staff of Mending? Yeah, you can have that. I never heal anyone. I still have the amulet, or did they take that? Yeah, they might have taken it. I don't really care. Actually.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Do you has... Never mind, I already don't know you has.
Do come again.
Later, nerd.
I've no problem with orcs, but that stronghold they've got in the southeast, Narsulbur, it's an affront to my people.
Narsulbur. Was there anything else I was gonna do while I was here, or did I just come to fart around with detective work that I'm extremely underqualified to do? Guess that's it. Hey, let's go to Northwind Summit. Let's do that. Oh, it's all the way up there, huh? And you approach it from the north. I don't know why I'm like making a point of wasting time instead of moving ahead with the main quest. I just probably should do just some main quest stuff, but I don't know. It's fine. It's all the same. It's all scrim. Ah, there is a dragon's nest I haven't been to in that direction.
Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't...
Well, Looks like I have a few errands to take care of in this area. Oh, hey. You're probably, you might be that dragon, huh? Just a regular-ass unmodified dragon. Hey, did I favorite Dragon Rend? I should do that. Settle down, Beavis. Destroy ass. Where are you going, fool? Get him.
It's really dead then?
Not yet. Give it a sec. Seriously, man, that dragon gets it. That's the way you do it. You, how you doing?
God's blessings on you.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, I'm gonna go find this guy's house. He has a word for me to drink with my eyeballs. Eco says that's how I go to bed. Yeah, relatable. Pretty sure, yeah, we're wrapping around. We gotta follow the trail from north to south ways. Doc says, why do they call it a dragon when they drag in the cold air and drag out, breathe the fire? That's terrible. That's the worst. I just don't even know how to process it. Wow, that bear got super dead. I did miss the double win. That is important. Actually, you know what? No, I don't even want your pelt. I'm gonna put the skin back on the bear. There you go. Cave bear pelt, more like cave bear poopy. Alright then, are we still going the right way? Man, I've had some weird dreams lately. Dude, I dreamed we were being, like, bombed by Britain the other night. Smack. Like, World War II era, like, fighter planes came roaring in, dropping bombs. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who are they from? The freaking Union Jack is on there. Like, well, World War III just started. With Britain bombing the US. Probably still got a decent fleet of those in museums, says Tom. Yeah, I don't think they ever really take those things apart. For a second, my, like, go-to reaction to deal with that wolf was to use the Blitz ability from Fallout 4. Which is to say, like, Monty Python X, like, camera cut, I am suddenly there. It's kind of hilarious. Sadly not a thing in Skyrim. Nico says, I think all the thoughts in my brain have been fusing themselves together because I dream X was struggling to get into the games industry, but his art wasn't good enough. Wow. That's a lot to process. Northwind Mine. The hell's Northwind Mine? Okay, Northwind, okay. So Northwind Mine is probably a pass through to Northwind Summit, if I had to guess. Ooh, ebony ore. Oh yeah, man, it's all about those Spitfires. As far as I know, they're still, like, they were working on developing, like, new fighter craft, but they still can't really develop what they came up with, like, surpass what they've invented in, like, the late 80s. Hang on a sec. You know, all the, like, fighter plane factoids that my brother was sharing last time I streamed UN Squadron, I did a little reading on Wikipedia about a couple of the planes. The A-10 is ridiculous. I guess they plan to still, like... How long has the A-10 even been in use? Like I said, like, since the late 80s at least. Maybe even earlier than that. And apparently, they still have no plans to retire that plane. They plan to run it, like, at least through 2040. But even then, like, I think a lot of the job that used to be done by planes is now done by, like, UAVs. Yeah, I know they've blown, like, impossible amounts of money trying to develop a next-gen fighter plane, but they haven't come up with anything that's better than an F-16. Yeah, we were talking last time about, well, during that UN Squadron stream about the A-10 and how it's like, it's basically a flying gun, like the whole plane is built out around, like, the Vulcan cannon on the front of it. Now the cockpit is, it sits in like a 1.25-inch thick tub of titanium, basically. The thing is ridiculous. You can see why my brother's a big fan of them. Turns out, like, their low airspeed is intentional, because one of the things they were trying to design for was good low-speed maneuverability. Like, its ability to position itself is more important than its ability to go fast. I really don't need that. I read about the SR-71 too, that giant plane that was had like the homing missiles and stuff. It turns out that the real-life SR-71, first of all, it was from a long time ago, believe it or not. Secondly, it's like Mach 3 capable. It's like a preposterously freaking fast plane. And that they were thinking about outfitting it for use as a bomber, but ultimately they only ended up using it for reconnaissance. And like, because of its absolutely bonkers speed capability, like if any surface-to-air ordnance was launched against it, like the countermeasure was simply to just outrun the missiles. But they were retired, and that, I think it was actually the late 80s when they were retired. Planes are neat. Ika says, I did have another short spurt dream that lasted like 5 minutes where Zeor was streaming opening Pokemon cards and just crying for some reason. Whew, that's dark. I mean, clearly that's me trying to be Vinny. Ah, you weren't even the owner of this place. I mean, the other dragon wasn't even the owner of this place, you are. Am I still on Dragonred? I shoot. Ah, stop it. Stop that. Stop it. I never had a ton of Pokemon cards. I only ever got a handful of them. Wow, this dragon sucks. You know what? Just slap I know. Yeah, I'm Vinny now. Vinny is me. Booty. It was just a band, you know, etc. But once in a while, I think of those Pokemon cards I used to have, and I wonder if they still exist anywhere, and if any of them are worth anything. I think I got scammed out of a card at one point. Because I had shitty Williamsport friends. I was gullible. Aura Whisper. Ooh, that's a good one. So this is the one that... Yeah. Whoop. Oh, I'm trying to equip. So this is a must-have for a stealth build. Yes. It just highlights dudes. Where's Edmund? I know exactly where Edmund is. Some other thing way over there. So this character probably won't have a shitload of use for that, but still handy. Where's my frost breath? Oh, it's not coming up because I'm still in cooldown. There we go. Hold on. Choo. Come on, give me a steel plate helmet of major archery. That's what we want. Yeah, he sucks so much. Thomas says, Aura Whisper reveals all the things, whereas Detect Life and Detect Dead whiff against robots. Yelling is the best magic. Like this. Anyway. I'm a good Dragonborn. Exactly. I should make another pass at trying to set up a soundboard sometime later. That unrefined moon sugar is everywhere, I can't get rid of it. Alright then, well, I mean, we got a good whisper shout out of it, I guess, so this wasn't nothing. Right, these were one and the same thing. Okay, good. For some reason, my mind said, like, golly. The dragon's nest near the waypoint that a durable horrible derf. Without thinking the dragon's nest was the way burble herf. I'm gonna check this Holstein shop again. Because I'm incorrigible and disgusting. You know, that's a good idea, Eco. It needs to have like the... a whole bunch of people going ooh when they recognize the special guest star.
Talk to Captain Gowland if you're looking to get past.
Tom Selleck is the murderer. All right, look, man. Look, don't go.
Pickaxe yet? Glover Mallory's
you're gonna sell me a bow. You're gonna have a cool bow, and you're gonna sell it to. Don't you go with the. What time is it? Huh? All right, I'll just give you a couple hours then. Well, I finally finished my Link to the Past and Super Metroid Randomizer seed. It took a hilarious number of hours. I said a lot about how it was like the worst seed imaginable, but really the real big bad part of it. I don't even know what I'm doing now. Oh, my book didn't load. was the power glove was hidden in maybe the worst spot for me. It was like one of only a few extremely obscure hidden stuff spots in Super Metroid that I did not know about. So I completed all of Super Metroid without finding the damn power glove from Link to the Past. Which I'm actually a little bit proud of in the opposite direction, because it means I beat, like, the whole of Super Metroid, Mother Brain and all, without the Ice Beam, without Screw Attack, without High Jump. I really low percented all that. I barely had enough Super Missiles to get the job done. So, I ended up being kind of proud of my results for a different than intended reason. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't pretty satisfied with the result. Alright, this is my inventory. Still plodding through that seed, says Doc. I mean, like I said, it was particularly rough on me just because of my relatively low familiarity with Super Metroid, but yeah, it was mean in a few places. Yeah, to complete the both games randomizer is to beat both of the final bosses, yes. And that means all crystals. I don't think there even is a setting to do like a low crystals mode or some such. Did I actually... No, I didn't. Shop. I could definitely have made a proper stream out of that. That would have been interesting, but... Okay, so I'm a little bit validated to know that you hate the seed as well. But yeah, it's mostly the power glove that really held me up. Like, it kind of came together after that. I still got hung up a little bit, but that was because I forgot about some chests in Death Mountain. But, it was rough. It was rough, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. Damn it. See, why do you have all these magic enchanted heavy... Like, who casts magic in heavy... Grr. Sucks so much.
You tell Crushes.
You have never or L. Yeah, so I did that. And honestly, even after, like, doing mostly that for like 2.5 days to get that frickin' randomizer seed done, a little part of me kind of still wanted to start up another one. There's something weirdly addictive about randomizers. I think it's just the gambling element of it, you know? Spunks. Like, you always want to try your luck. Yeah, we did get kind of lucky with the lamp. I got that relatively early. Yeah, the flip side is, it took so long to get any, like, progression items in Link to the Past that by the time I finally did, I already had, like, silver arrows, the fully pissed off sword, the armor, the everything. I was free to just kick the rest of the game's ass when it finally opened up for me. Made up for how rough of a time I had in Super Metroid. Like, I could only barely defeat Ridley or Mother Brain. They were real hairy.
Take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. If it's work you need,
I'll have to make a stream out of that sometime. I'll definitely have to do it again. And it'll be a multi-part stream, for sure. Like I said, that took me a while. I was working on that, like, more than I should have for a couple days, but...
Take a look.
Oops, that's not what I meant.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Wait.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, the fellow who wrote...
Oh no! Oh, I'm fine.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
If you touch anything, you'd go to jail and die in jail. It's not as bad as in Oblivion. Like in Oblivion, like literally, if you even tried to like physics something around, if you just like touched anything lying around in Oblivion, the guards would come after you. It's kind of notorious for that. One of those little Oblivion gag videos that I love touched on that. Like in the first person, somebody's point of view, he just like picks up an orange, swivels towards the guy going, "Stop! You violated the law! Then pay with your blood!"
Oh, did you need something?
You know, my initial reaction was no, and then I looked around and I was like, ooh, okay, maybe. Sorry, my straight was showing for a second there. I honestly thought I might die after that imploding pose I was in as well. Okay, I gotta check you first, because if I go inside, then it overwrites your inventory with his, because Skyrim.
I don't claim looking to protect yourself or
Using damage. Well, glass bow of shocks could be interesting. That would be an upgrade over my elven bow of fire, I guess. I don't know, it's not really accounting for, like... That's kind of nice. Yeah, there's like a whole wolf series of weapons in this game. And they're pretty well modeled. I like that scimitar a lot. I would probably use that. Right, so I guess the... Son of a...
the finest weapons.
So the fire enchantment... Yeah, targets on fire take extra damage. It's kind of vague. And the total damage of that is... 80? Yeah. Let's see, yeah, 80. As compared to... they're about even. As a matter of fact, the shocks is a little bit worse. Damn it, wait, I didn't check your armor.
Blades, helmets.
Disappoint me with your armor. Don't give me the helmet I want. Yeah, you did it. I'm a little curious about the Sea Dog Tricorn. I kind of want to try that. On the one hand, it's a little unprofessional to just look at this with just the empty space where, you know, the body goes. On the other hand, as compared to the vanillas, I mean, you know exactly what you're getting in this case. Like, you can look at this and you have a very specific idea of what it's going to look like. Alright, good enough.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Look. There we go.
Welcome to... We've got...
Problem is there aren't a lot of reskins, not a lot of sprite choices you can make for Super Metroid yet. Like, I chose X for my seed in part largely simply because it's one of only a handful of protagonists where you can be like the same character on both sides of the game. Like, all the Link to the Past ones are still available, but they're just gonna turn into Dark Samus or whoever, or the Super Metroid side. I wanted to be the same guy. They did a pretty good job on the X sprites. He turns into a Met when you're in Morph Ball form. That's a lot of fun. Clearly, I just have to make my own. I'll just make some Zeor sprites for the both of them, get them adopted. I think it's been done. I mean, some of the Link to the Past sprites are just named after people.
Take a good look around. I'm sure... Ah, help. Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman.
So yeah, like, that seed took me a long time, but I got, like, a lot of satisfaction after finally pulling it off, and in a way, that's kind of what the games used to be like for us, you know what I mean? Like, Vinny wasn't talking out his ass when he said the randomizers really kind of breathe new life into old games sometimes. Like, it really sort of did take me back to the older days. When these games would take us days to beat instead of 3 hours.
Need a blade? We should talk to Adrian at the forge.
Should talk to my butt.
It might suit you.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Everything's for sale.
Why do you even have like that tiny
Some may
like
call this
it's practically level with the floor. Like it's impossible to not walk over that table. And you're just like, hey, what's Ika says, I meant to ask, do all the Steam ports of the X games have the save anytime feature because passwords? I believe so? It's been a little while since I played the X series ones. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head if I'm honest with you. Yeah, what else am I carrying? I don't remember having to use passwords, so I'm pretty sure they let you save. In any case, I can kind of recommend like all the legacy collections. They all work pretty well. I realized a little too late that like the Zero and ZX legacy collections have like a pixel perfect aspect option that I probably would have used. It left a little bit of like empty space at the top and bottom of the screen, but I would have preferred, you know, the perfect square pixels over the stretching that happened, but it's fine. I think the one that I would recommend the least would be the X Collection 2, because it has X5 and X6 in it. Oh, and X7. X8 is good, though, so... There's still stuff to like about X5 and X6, though, you know? Like, I talk shit about them, especially X5. I have a lot of shit to talk about X5. But, I mean, they're still fine. And I know on, like, an objective scale, X6 is awful. And yet I find ways to enjoy it. It might simply be because Zero in X6 is particularly good. X8 really was solid, though. I know I've lamented often about how X8 typically gets lumped in with X7 and the other late X games. Like, everything's poop after X2. No, man, X8 made a lot of improvements. Really didn't deserve to get the same treatment. I think it was the first game that had, what, Lucas, whoever, as Zero's voice. I mean, yeah, Duff McWhalen, come on! It's honestly still one of my favorite clips of Zeor TV, even though it has my actual face on it. Everybody here sucks. I'm just never going to upgrade from this iron helmet. I mean, it probably could. Like, how much would I really miss that damage boost? Because I have 100 archery skill. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta stretch my parts. Doc says, that one time a localizer had a little bit too much liberty. Yeah. I mean, it sort of makes sense if you consider the whole Rockman thing, you know, because, I mean, it is, Rockman. That's rock as in rock and roll. So I thought maybe that could account for part of why all the Mavericks were named after a rock group, but it doesn't quite work out that way. It's really pretty deranged. But seriously, Duff McWhalen, come on. Duff McWhalen. What? Ridiculous. Yeah, they really did finally come up with a good voice for X, too, didn't they? Like, they settled on pretty good voices for everyone. And then they kind of stopped making X games. I was really hoping they were gonna make a Mega Man X9 in Super NES style, the same way they did NES versions, like NES styled Mega Man 9 and 10. I knew it was a long shot, but I kind of hoped they would. Alikir Crown Scimitar. That is shiny. Kind of like that. I like the finger guard thingy on that. It's neat. Sure, I'll buy your glass arrows, you ass. Could reward me with having some good stuff for a change. All this talk about how great Eorlin Greymane is. This ass clown. Suck. Yeah, see, he gets it. Alright then, let's go talk business. Ass. I didn't do the thing. Hey, he's not talking. Good. That's an improvement. Keep up the good work, Heimsker. I like this. It's a much better Heimsker. What you think?
I ain't done nothing.
Alright, later.
Sure, whatever.
I like this tree. This is a good tree. Okay, how many other streamers do you know who are just gonna stop and say, this is a good tree, just for no fucking reason? I'm not even sure if even Temmie would stop to remark on a pretty tree. Temmie also doesn't say, like, snapping assholes or anything fun like that, though, so I mean...
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
All the kids in this game are fucking awful. They aren't Fallout 4. Bethesda fucking hates kids. And you can't kill the... whatever. How you doing, Irilith?
Make a move toward Balgruff, and you're...
Alright, relax. So, it actually is a little weird for a Dark Elf to be in this particular position. What's going on with that?
Balgruff and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue.
Good story.
You are curious. Almost dangerously so.
Yeah, relax. I'm a cat.
I've got my eyes on you.
Yeah, I need to catch up on some Temmie streams. I know she was streaming Donkey Kong Country 2, which is one of my favorite Super NES games, and no doubt about that. Dude, is that valid for Flashback Friday? It's definitely valid for Flashback Friday. Hang on, I probably already noted that down, but let me make sure. Memo to self, I have to copy this over to the backup disk, too. My text document. We're gonna keep track of all this shit. Yeah, I should definitely stream that sometime. Soon-ish. I love DKC, too. It's wonderful. Anyway. Hello, Jarl Balgroof. It's been a while.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Balgroof is pretty cool as far as Nords go. He's not too racist. He's not anxious to jump to war, either. So, there's a story about keeping a dragon here. Maybe if we could perhaps sort of kind of...
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
Well, I mean... Let me see if... You know, the persuade mechanics aren't that well explained in this game. You wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't come here and bother you with this if you thought it was... I'm not very good at persuading.
Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out?
The threat is worse than you know. Alduin has returned.
Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
Yeah, but... Thomas says, I think persuade may just be fake. I think you're right. It is my destiny as Dragonborn to defeat Alduin.
I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
Now the whole thing about the palace is that we can trap dragons in it, and we gotta find Alduin before he eats the whole Sovngarde, the whole thing. We'll just make a big old Sovngarde sandwich and just be like, oh, and then what?
I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city?
Alright,
No.
good point.
I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry.
Alright, so what can we do about that?
Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory.
Most Nords.
If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen.
It's a good plan. Alright, I'll go talk to him.
Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war in the bargain.
Alright. So tell me more about this dragon trap.
According to legend, although I never thought to put the tale to the test, Jarl Olaf One-Eye it was, who later became High King. They say he shouted it into submission in single combat atop Mount Anthor, and brought it back to Whiterun. Numenex was the dragon's name. That's his skull decorating the main hall.
Morbid.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Yes, you're obviously very busy. Oh my god, you were standing there this whole time, waiting to say something insufferable to me.
You're a welcome guest.
I hate you, Hrothgar.
Still respect the rules of the Jarl's household.
No, I don't respect it.
That I get to fight in it.
Alright, this one's not that terrible. Not as terrible as the other
Seems
one.
our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
Alright.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities.
You don't have anything,
Take
like,
a look.
enchanted. No, you just have crap for mages. For nerds. Sploot. Tailboner. I've done dual wielding on some other characters, I'm pretty sure. It's fine. I still want to do like a heavy weapons character at some point. I've never really done somebody who just was a big fucking great axe wielding barbarian type. Usually not my thing. I mean, the character is, well, not unlike Zeor or my usual type. I like ranger sorts. But again, even the heavy armor is a departure from my usual methods.
There's been talk amongst the guards. Zeor, dragon.
And the sound of those, like, rivers and fountains and stuff have sounded really nice to me all of a sudden. Skyrim is a nice game, you know that?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Don't say anything. Swear to God.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms...
That's stupid. My daughter and my... That's dumb. You hold my foot up your ass. I was watching a Final Fantasy VI tool-assisted speedrun earlier. And like for most of the game, it's pretty predictable. It's just kind of a, you know, RPG speedrun. It more or less checks all the usual boxes. The way they cheese things is like, they cheese the desperation attacks. Like everybody has a tiny chance to do like a massively powerful attack when they're at like critically low health. Yeah, they force that wherever possible. So that's fun. But then, like, right around, you know, that pivotal point of the game, right where the whole you know, all of this stuff happens, they really pull some fuckery. Like, that's when they start doing all the wrong warping and, like, tricking the game into thinking that party members exist when they don't, and all kinds of weird stuff. Comes to a very interesting conclusion. It was pretty fun. The whole thing lasted, what, like 3 hours or something like that. Yeah, so, like, you see the most of the game, and then, like, right at the end, right at that end point there, suddenly.
I worry about the other settlements in the hold.
I remember seeing that about the the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga tool-assisted speedrun as well, where it's fairly vanilla right up until they get to a barrel to mess around with. Whoops, that's not what I meant. And then they just do all kinds of weird wrong warp shit with a barrel. I learned a little bit of extra lore about Final Fantasy VI's final boss, probably by watching Vinny's stream of it, where, you know, like, most of that final battle is all, like, the manifold Kefkas, like, spiraling up a big column. It turns out that those three forms are, like, Kefka's replacement of the warring triad, which is why, like, the world didn't unravel when you killed the first warring triad. And that they, from the bottom up, also represent hell, purgatory, and heaven. Pretty wild shit. Final Fantasy VI was so damn good.
Alduin? We heard the Dragon Wren shout from here. You defeated him?
Uh-huh. Well, kind of. He got away.
I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
I mean, he cuts a pretty distinctive silhouette. Alduin's kind of bad. Hey, I need your help.
We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice.
Huh? Thomas says, they represent targets for Ultima. Well, yeah, everything represents that. When all you have is an Ultima, every problem looks like an explosion. But I'm actually not here about the dragon. I need your help to stop the war.
You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs.
Well, that's kind of the whole thing. I mean, like, you guys are neutral as hell. We could, like, bring the war here, and then they'll cut that out. Some.
I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help.
Both sides respect the Greybeards. They will listen.
Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk.
Yeah, you're damn right you listen to Paarthurnax.
Bend to the winds of change, it seems.
Everybody listens to Paarthurnax, except for the Blades, who suck. That's why I killed their asses.
General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us.
Okay. The Blades want me to kill Paarthurnax, and they suck.
Now you see why I've warned you against them.
Yeah, you're right.
Bloodthirsty barbarians.
No, I'm on your side, man. He was really, like, Alduin's bro, though?
Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be.
Yes.
Not for Paarthurnax. Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um.
Paarthurnax is old as shit. Yeah, I'm not killing Paarthurnax, don't worry about it.
Kinnereth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear.
I would kill Delphine like 20 times before I killed Paarthurnax. So you think Alduin went to...
The old tales say that he can travel into Sovngarde to devour...
Yeah, he can do that.
You must find out how he does this before he regains his strength and returns.
Fair enough. Alright, I'll go talk to some cranky Nords.
Wind, guide you.
Alduin is the best. Alduin? Edwin. Ye gods. Stumbled onto something huge. Anyway. Someone says, speaking of Munch, did you get to see the extra dungeon with the coral-eating chest in Final Fantasy VI? That's not ringing a bell. I think I missed that. Morty. Whoa, you alright, Edmund? Yeah, he's fine. Wait, who else do I have to talk to? I'm gonna go talk to, alright, General Tullius. Alright, yeah, I was gonna say, we're not like talking to the Emperor, no. Let's go talk to Ulfric first, I guess. Palace of the Kings, oh boy. That's a cool-ass looking dragon. You know what game has cool dragon lore? Dungeons and Dragons does. It's like right there in the name of the game. Like, the way they handle dragons is really neat. I have it in my head that, Bahamut as like a deity only kind of exists in our world because like the whole like world that our campaign takes place in is homebrew, but he's sort of known about. I have Temric figured as like a low-key Bahamut worshipper. Wow, somebody fixed the table.
He'll come around. Don't be so sure. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on the Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need?
This is the third time you guys have played out this conversation in front of me.
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
The Nords are a blight upon Skyrim. We're going to kill all the non-Khajiit, and it'll only be Khajiit in Skyrim.
Replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
the people.
Dude, this is the best.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
And let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers for a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing.
Wonder what a good fart sounds like against a hard stone throne.
Skyrim to wager.
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
I'll just wait for them to do whatever they're doing over there.
Tell me, Godmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for war.
Oh.
I fight so that all the fighting I've already done.
No, I've done it.
Hasn't been for nothing.
I didn't do shit.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
What I say is that it's not how you use a spear. Oh no, you caught me. Ah, no, don't take my 2 gold. I am but 1 Khajiit.
Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go.
No, fuck off.
After you pay the fine, of course.
What, I also got warped out of the... Look, if they're doing this conversation again...
Algrith won't give us a straight answer.
God damn it.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be
You sit on that fucking cheese, Ulfric.
We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you do?
He's not with us. He's against us.
As you can see, I have much that requires my attention. If you're inclined to gab, there's some nice prison guards you may like to meet.
You shut the fuck up. Hey, I have a message from the Greybeards.
It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want?
They want to negotiate a truce until the Dragon Menace is done with.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there.
Yeah, alright, well, let's just try this. Politics be damned, Alduin has returned!
Alduin? The world eater of song and legend?
Yeah, that one.
If that's true.
I fought him.
Well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat.
So you'll come to the thingy?
Yes. I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his
Daisy is here. She was summoned by the dumb fart sound.
They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
This guy just put a pin in it. He's just, I'll just come back to that after it. Alright, there we go.
Message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet?
Taking his city and leaving him in
Whoosh! Oh, Dazer. Dazer beams. What a good kitty this is.
There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthem, to the northwest.
This is good kitter. Cat stream. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to the General Tullius. Oh, she's doing it. So, like, sometimes when she's sitting on my lap, and, like, I'm petting her, and I, you know, stop petting her to pay attention to something else, she kind of hangs around for a second, and then she bites my arm. Not, like, hard, you know, like, vicious bite, just a little love bite. But then, like, sometimes to get good purchase on the bite, she, like, really has to mash her little snoot into my arm. It's funny. Tullius, get him ass over to the grave. Daisy is a very expressive cat in general. She meows, she hisses more than any other cat I've ever seen. She's very melodramatic. Cat stream. Anyway, gotta go talk to the other guy.
You hear that? I swear there's something out there, in the dark.
What's that mean? Yeah, let's just fast travel it. I mean, it's a long hike. There's Nara's little burr. Let's bring the mood down, but it's a little over a year ago now that Sable passed away. I miss Sable. But Daisy is still well, and I'm happy for this.
Got to keep my eyes open.
New
Damn
town,
dragons
right?
could swoop down
You need
at
a
any
place
time.
to sleep. Head over to the Winking Skeever.
Alright.
Fine in.
I wonder if that guy's gonna open shop and sell some stuff that I don't want.
Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell. But I'm afraid I'm too busy. Here.
Need something? Need something? About you and your honeyed words.
What, I'm a honeyed words guy now?
I've got
weapons forgiven, and armor forgotten.
Of all things about me. You heard about my honeyed words.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperial. blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
I do love the glass stuff, though. Look at that. Beautiful. Ah. The shops just keep getting worse. How can you suck this much?
Return anytime you need.
Alright, let's go see if we can find what's his butt.
In the ancient tongue, you are Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
This guy found himself like an old Dovahzul dictionary. He's really pleased with himself.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been
You're just kind of letting me walk in here then? Alright. Hey, that's the me symbol.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle?
That's just what I was saying.
Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
The Greybeards summon you.
The Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me?
You gotta talk to Ulfric.
Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
Yeah, we need a truce until we deal with the dragons.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons.
Well, the dragons don't give a shit. They'll fight you.
Rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
Spoken like a guy who is currently on the outside of a dragon, but probably not for long. Ulfric will be there.
Has he? I suppose he doesn't want to miss a chance to bluster about the Empire's many crimes.
Yeah.
He's probably hoping I'll refuse so he can blame the Empire for being unreasonable.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to disappoint him yet again.
Yeah, he's just the worst, so you'll be there?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
You guys made out pretty well with the immersive armors mod, I gotta say.
Planning an attack on Whiterun.
You can see the modded in quality to them, but they look good.
He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause.
Really? You need steel smithing. Alright, gotcha. Well, I think I'm allowed to take this anyway, because it's mod. Yeah, that's fine.
Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl
Balgruf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to.
Well, what you doing back there, man?
Well,
I don't think I'm okay with this.
Stand outside the protection of the Empire. Fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir, you can't force a Nord.
You can sell off that junk at bits and pieces.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans.
And both sides really do suck.
We'll let it seem like it's his.
Which one's worse? You decide. It's kind of like every U.S. presidential election since the 60s. Anyway.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Solitude's a nice city, you know that? Don't spend enough time just wandering around here. Fancy place. Look at that sky. I mean, just look at this. This is beautiful. This is good Skyrim. Wait, is that the Jarl? What are you doing out about?
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
Are you the High Queen of Skyrim?
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torrig was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged.
Fair enough.
I take my rightful place as High Queen.
So, I guess Ulfric calls himself the High King just cuz. What do you think of Tullius?
A question I am all too familiar with. One my very thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people.
Yeah.
The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him.
You just can't turn that off, can you? You're always just like, well, he seems alright even though he's not a Nord.
We must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have? Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
No. My cat god would not even hear such prayers. My cat god is far too busy batting a ball of yarn around in the astral plane. Blue. Kind of still not over Edmund. Even after all this time, I still look at Edmund and I'm like, what? Ridiculous. Alright then. No, we're going way over here. Here we go. Okay, for a second I thought there was a Stormcloak camp up on Hrothgar. I'm like, what? By the way, Meownifesto, come on, man. I mean, but also, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Eh? I don't have a good commentary for this. Good. I thought of something, but no, it's not. It's just terrible. I still kind of don't miss about Vinny. The fucking voices sometimes. He and Joel both kind of sometimes would like fixate on making some sort of sound. Alright.
You know why we're here.
Oh, who the hell invited you?
You're not invited here. You're not welcome.
They're not with me.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that were the Dragonborn.
Oh, fuck's sake.
We know what path you've set him on, but he has made a different choice. Paarthurnax is still safe from your malice.
For now. The Blade's memory is long.
Yeah, it's only you two left and I could take your shit up.
Here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all.
Guys talk big for people with no asses. Their asses are dead. I've killed them.
Very well.
Oop. I actually meant to push.
So,
There we go.
you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. And I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
This will probably be short, don't worry about it.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting.
Well, yeah. I mean, they all suck.
Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim. Take your seat, and we can begin.
I got the important seat. I hope my seat has like the
Why delay?
little paper coloring placemat that you can color in.
So that we can begin.
Can I have chocolate milk? It is I, Dragonborn. Get your fat Nord heads out of my way.
Take your seat, and we can begin.
Yes, I'm sit.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats, so we can begin.
I'm important. But Edmund is here as well.
No. You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? Your chief Talos hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation.
Whoa, yeah. Her being here is gonna stir the pot. This is the best.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
I hate you so much, Ulfric, but I need you here, you son of a bitch.
Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't be pushed around.
Yeah, here we go. Maybe you can use this as leverage later, maybe.
It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her.
Edmund is the tallest one here. We will all listen to Edmund.
So hostile. After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and...
Okay, I should not have let her stay.
Supposed to be on our side?
Exactly. No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Of course you do.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the...
Even Edmund's like this fucking guy.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
A temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed?
You know what?
Jarl Ulfric.
Oh, I can't take my helmet off. It's too late.
This council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar. Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting...
All right, come on, Edmund.
Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hoped to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely...
What would the Empire want in return?
I'm starting to like this lady.
General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that Traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death.
Good lord, man.
But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
What about Dawnstar?
In exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver. Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me.
You know, that makes sense, actually.
Resupplied from across Lake Honric, plus all the mead we can drink.
No, you're right, man. Riften seems fair.
I'm glad you agree. I was starting to wonder whose side you were on here. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn.
I can't wait. Dude, you know, I've never even done the Civil War arc before. But I'm really pretty sure I would love to see Ulfric dead.
I see now that Garmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just
I really might have to join the Empire.
You think you can hold Markarth? You're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Garmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does it have to do with the...
If he's
I agree.
right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do. You surrender Falkreath to us. Sidgeir steps down, and Dengir of Stun resumes the Jarlship.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide. Although I'm starting to doubt your fairness.
You didn't really bring any fairness to this table yourself, Ulfric. Falkreath, no.
Even the Dragonborn betray Skyrim. These terms are not acceptable.
You jackass.
I'm listening.
You just said, okay, here are the terms. You give us everything, we give you nothing, and we win, and you are sad and stupid and poopy, and you cry.
So be it. The sons of Skyrim at least put the greater good above our own interests.
Ulfric sucks so much.
Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops...
See, there you go.
...access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riftland.
Is that okay?
Agree to this?
I shouldn't agree to terms that so blatantly favor the Empire. I have no choice, though.
Ulfric sucks so fucking much. I forgot how much I hate this dude.
Once Alduin is defeated, then it will be the Empire's turn. Remember, Evgir Unsla. You should be pleased, Elisif. You've done well for yourself as the Empire's pet Jarl. But beware, the Empire's loyalty is fickle. They will tire of this war, and then I will be the one dictating terms to you.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with.
Yeah, Edmund's just like, I can't believe these assholes.
A reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Nomar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Have we been unclear at all about the whole Alduin is going to eat everything part?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure...
No, I guess we're not done. I bet.
At all.
Hold on. Let's be polite. There we go.
Well, that's an excellent question.
I'm Ket.
You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
Okay.
Don't you see? The names of dragons.
Oh, yeah.
3 words of power. Shouts.
So I could just...
Calling the dragon with
Alright.
voice. He will hear you wherever he might be.
Why would he come when called?
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
I mean, fair enough. So what's the dragon's name?
Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll.
Odavin.
Winged snow hunter, as I read it.
I'd give a week's pay to see the look on Ulfric's face again, when he had to swallow...
Guess we're done. Alright then. Ooh. These freaking people. Skyrim's fucked. What you think, Ironarth?
Dovahkiin.
Right then. This is all terrible. Everybody in Skyrim is the worst. We have achieved barely anything.
Do the right thing. Paarthurnax deserves to die.
Do I have to kill the other cheek? See, you won't even do shit.
I fear this truce will not last. You gave the Empire too much. Ulfric will not let that stand for long.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. As long as they knock it off for long enough for me to trap a dragon. That's what this is really about.
Do the right thing. Paarthurnax deserves to die.
Get out of here, arrow ass. Skyrim. Just never let that go, do you? I left an arrow there to point to the ass of the ass. How's it going, man? Just wanted to visit. See if you have anything to say about all this.
Dremyolok, greetings. Sum Ark.
I want to open this conversation, but I'm gonna quick save just in case it goes somewhere bad.
Speak. I will listen.
I feel really bad that I had to leave him hanging to get up and look at my ear last time around. Because he just wanted to have a conversation and I had to leave the computer. That didn't go well. The Blades think that I should kill you. I think they suck.
The Blades are wise not to trust me. Only Khan Niov. I would not trust another Dova.
Why shouldn't they trust you?
Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not? I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Only Khan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgrifhorvut se suyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?
I identify with that better than you might think. Alright, good talk, man. You know that about Zeor, right? You know, just saying. Alright then. Let's go to Dragon's Reach. It is a good quote. And Parthenax is cool, unlike the stinky-ass Blades, who suck. And now have dead asses. Just as the prophecy foretold.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King. His voice.
Jeez, nobody was happy with this. One guy looks at me, he says like, hey, we had to give up Borkfark. I hope you know what you're doing, Jergenburn. Ulfric's like, brr, tough I want. And then Greyface is like, yeah, you gave the Empire too much. Everybody's sucked. Suddenly Ulfric is rocky. What are we doing here?
Imperials, dragons, ain't no matter to me what I did. Let them come.
You're Walgriff, wake up! 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 Actually, don't wake up. Good night. I have the big spoon.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word.
Alright, man. Look, I know all this sucks. Sorry.
As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
Alrighty, let's go trap a dragon.
My men know what to do.
Do you?
Make sure you do your...
You've done this before?
I'm putting my city in your hands. You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
I got that covered, yeah. Nice view. Make yourself a good house, man.
We're ready when you are.
Yeah. Give me a second. Oh, Darwin. Darwin!
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Hear that? Oh!
There he is. Let's go, man. Whoa! Oh, bye! See? That guy got Looney Tunes. Alright, hang on.
Undercover until it's
Look out. Ow. Edmund. Whoa. I'm in danger. Bonk. That's gotta be embarrassing, man. Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry.
Zuulbonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position.
Boner.
In Zeor Alduin, no doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
Yeah, that's pretty much the speed of it.
Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself.
Yeah, you filmed the dragon run, huh?
Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship.
Really?
Whether his Thuum was truly the strongest.
Wait, so I could beat Alduin?
Among ourselves, of course. Muni Mae. None were yet ready to openly defy him.
So, where'd he go?
Once Lord Croesus. Innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Following the Silesior, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains.
Well, okay.
Mindoran pa Okmidove Navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost Ofan Hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
You know, I think I do want to. Yeah, you want to be my pal? Instead of Alduin's pal? Sometimes I can steal some sweet rolls for you if you want.
Serve you? No. Need aid. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider.
Fair enough.
Croesus, there is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
Oh, what's that?
Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Well, I mean, okay, but I mean, you gotta promise to fly me to Skuldafn.
Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now.
Alduin does seem mostly interested in just fucking shit up.
And I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Alright, that's good enough.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you. Purely in the interest of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon.
Alright, where's the doodad? Up there. Yeah, we do seem to have a lot of conversations directly into dragons' noses, but I mean, they're huge. What are you gonna do?
Something to tell the grandkids, eh? I can't believe that worked.
Hold on.
I'll take my leave then.
Okay, we need to let this guy go.
I can't believe I'm still alive. You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there?
Man, that took like a minute. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again.
We're tight now. Don't worry about it.
This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier.
Dude, the longer you keep him there, the more pissed off he's gonna be. Just let him out. Relax, relax. We're pals now. I feel it, man. I think that's the dude who went to space. So, feel better?
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
I guess we've come up upon the end game of the main story sooner than expected. Sure, I guess. Let's go to Skuldafn.
Zukbrit Oth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dolph will only increase.
I'll deal with it.
Amativ, Mubokotin Stinselok.
You're the bravest person I've ever met. The biggest fool.
I have very good hearing.
In the Red Guard while we pass through the ground.
Well.
This is as far as I can take you. Grifboth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
See, I thought you might do me the courtesy of hanging around in case I wanted to leave, but no, I guess I'm in it for the long haul now. Still wearing my iron helmet of major archery. Never did find a better one. Wait, who's that? Huh? I don't know if you can fast travel or not. Ow, stop it. Cut it out. Butthole. Good action cam. Alright then, well I'm trying to reach a point where I can knock this off because I've been at it for 3 hours, but... Somebody else. There you are. Thank you. Alright then. Yeah, I didn't realize I was this close to the end of the main quest. Which is fine, because I was still wanting to do, you know, Dragonborn and all that stuff, so... It's not exactly like we're about to run out of content. That's fine. I like it there. Gives me better cell reception. Day, Korg. Well, we talked to a bunch of cranky Nords and other buttholes, and then trapped a dragon inside the big old thingy. The dragon was actually pretty neat. He was like, yeah, that Alduin guy kinda blows anyway, and agreed to take me to Alduin's portal to the Nord afterlife where he eats all the Nord ghost nuggets all day. I guess I'll go make Alduin die. Good enough. I think that's all I got for you for today. I guess next time, the conclusion of the exciting main quest to Skyrim. And then probably some other stuff, because, like I said, I've actually never done the war thing. I know it's probably, like, visit and wipe out all of the camps yourself, because that's just kind of how these things go. But I kind of do want to kill Ulfric, because that dude really does suck a lot. Yeah, there we go. Sippy. Yes, good. Yeah, tomorrow I guess I'll be taking a look at some games that Rainbow Cemetery and Eco have made. Not like 100% on that, but yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing, so that could be fun. Then back to ZX Advent on Thursday, and to be announced on Friday. Alright? Alright. Thanks for watching my dumb Skyrim stream. Hope to see you guys next time. That's all I know. Okay, have a good one. Bye.